Alright, what's up guys? So I got a video request from Higher Spirit. Wants me to talk about overpopulation. Nobody ever talks about, and I'm tired of it being ignored when it's a big, wide issue. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'll say first world countries aren't overpopulated. The birth rate's actually going down. And I feel like it's going down because of like feminism, for example, or say the economy is not good in like Western societies. And I guess another one is like people are starting to be more child free, you know? People are saying like, oh, I don't want to take care of a child because it's too much responsibility or something, you know? Or like people like are just being more aware now that like bringing a kid in this world can not be guaranteed for the child to do well in this life, you know? Like they'll have that type of thinking. It's like that anti-natalist view, you know? And I guess like there's more education in first world countries. They're more educated on having a child, and say, I guess like there's less teenage pregnancies too. I guess less people getting married because like say like men don't want to risk divorce, you know. So that's why there's a low birth rate. I guess like technology too can make it like that. Like you have the phone, like you have all that information on there, you know. So yeah, but overpopulation is a big issue in third world countries though, because there's not enough education, and I feel like they don't talk about using contraceptives and stuff like that, you know. And that's a big issue over there. And having like an overpopulated country like that, like in third world countries, are like increasing like pollution, climate change or something, or it causes a lot more problems, you know. People say like, oh, they could still have a good life, you know, but I feel like when these countries are overpopulated, if there's a lot more poverty, and a lot of times people aren't able to bounce back from that, especially if they live in a third world country that's filled with corruption, and the infrastructure is not built right, and their tax dollars aren't going to their needs, you know, like making education better, or just not having rights, you know, and witnessing like civil wars, and that can traumatize the kid, you know, and it's something else. And I'll say like they're more religious, most of them. Third world countries make them more overpopulated. But I guess like the world as a whole, I think it is overpopulated. I think the world as a whole, even though you have these first world countries underpopulated, the birth rate's going down, you know. So So yeah, I'll say that this issue shouldn't be ignored. It should be addressed. I agree with you on that, because it can worsen other problems, you know. Um, yeah, I feel like most people, first world countries, want kids. It's just the economy is just not there, you know. It's not doing well. And obviously, it's selfish to have kids. Like they don't recognize like what kind of genetics that will give them. It's not always guaranteed that their bad genetics can overcome challenges. They're just like accidental pregnancies, you know? They are, people are having sex and they're not like protecting themselves, you know? And I feel like it's happening a lot in first world countries also. The accidental pregnancies and stuff. And the single moms out there, you know? Yeah, not all single moms are bad, but it's just, it causes problems to the child's development, you know? And yeah, it's kind of crazy how, like in first world countries, like the hookup culture is the thing, but it's crazy how it's more underpopulated, low birth rate, you know? At the same time. You would think that seeing that stuff all the time could kind of raise it, but yeah, maybe people are protecting themselves more. People are abstaining, you know? Maybe it's because people are single more nowadays. People are more abstaining from relationships in first world countries because of the reasons I said, and that's why there's a low birth rate, you know? But I do think overpopulation's a thing, but I don't think it's like, I think it can be a little over exaggerated in my opinion. I think the world is basically overpopulated, but it's not like the biggest issue out there from what I think, because those first world countries are low birth rate, basically. But if third world countries, it's a big issue, and it's out of control there most of the time. Well, I'll catch you guys in another one.